listening to Tipsy Book Reads. I'm Rebecca.
I'm Sage.
And we're tipsy.
Too many books on my TBR.
Yeah. This podcast is like a book club for the antisocial. We make a drink inspired by the book we read and talk crap about life and fictional characters. We really hope you listen and drink along.
Side effects of listening to this podcast may include reading vivaciously, extreme bouts of laughter, tipsiness from craft cocktails, talking shit about life and fictional characters. Listen at your own risk.
Just a warning, this podcast is explicit. We are all over 21 and there are spoilers. We warned ya. I was telling Jessica, I'm like, I don't know her tolerance. I don't know anyone's. Jess and I are crazy. We'll drink this on an empty stomach and be fine.
I'm usually pretty heavyweight, but when
you don't have
when I don't have anything in my stomach, it's a roll of the dice.
Okay. It's gonna be even
I'll
funnier.
be fine. I won't be like drunk. I'll be like tipsy.
Our very first episode, we started recording like on camera.
Yeah.
We took shots before because we were so nervous.
Yeah.
Because typically we were like sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Like with a microphone that was in between us.
That's
like
so
we didn't even
cute.
have this, and we would have like a pitcher of alcohol and just like have some. And then we're like, oh my god, we can't look stupid now either. Like, and our faces say everything. So we were so nervous. I don't like shots. I don't do shots typically.
Yeah.
And I looked at Jessica. I said, "Go make me a shot. I can't do this without." And she goes, "I got you. Me too." And she comes back with like
a double.
And then it's the funniest episode yet. Like we were
I love
it was crazy. Okay. We're back. I'll probably leave that in there.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. So this week we have Sage. She's our friend from Writer's Block. We typically do the book fairs together. And this book that we're reading is something that she has said that I needed to read, and Jessica too. I'll make sure to give her credit also. For so long. It's called Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which I mean you already know because we posted it, but it's okay. And it's by Sue Lynn Tan. I got nervous saying it. And it's so good. We read chapters 1 through 20 at this point. So that's where we're at.
Yes.
1 through 20.
Yes.
So I have a fancy little drink here. And they talk a little bit about lychees. There's a specific like market scene where she keeps going back and like remembering that moment. And so we had to have a lychee martini. And all it is lychee liqueur, vodka, and elderflower liqueur. I'm not even gonna write. I'm
It's
not
a
even
little
gonna
strong.
say.
It's a little strong. I won't lie.
say the name or the ounces or whatever, and then we throw some lime in it. But yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was just catching up to where we were.
You're good. Mm. She got a little burn down the throat.
A little bit.
Do you have water?
No.
You don't have water either?
Either. No, I don't.
I think I have I do have my hydro flask. We can split it.
Okay.
She real strong. But okay. You like it though?
I do.
It's very sweet.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to like reacquaint myself.
That's okay. Do you want to talk about where we start and then where we end, and then we can kind of fill in?
Yeah.
So
That's
we
perfect.
start where this girl, we have her perspective, is in this magical little castle, and we hear about a goddess, and that's kind of what we get for the first like chapter or so. It's very like elusive, and
Were you familiar with the moon goddess from like Chinese mythology before?
no, I've
Okay.
Yeah-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like heard, but not like heard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You should watch
So-
Over the Moon. It's a little animated movie.
Okay, wait,
on
let me write that
Netflix.
down. Over the Moon. Wait, someone told me I needed to watch this before.
It's pretty good.
Was it you?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I've like rewatched it once. I wouldn't. No hate. I wouldn't rewatch it a million times.
That's fair.
But it was good. And
Okay.
the actress who plays Eliza Schuyler,
yeah.
what have you, she is I never say it right, Chang'e, the moon goddess.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I will add that to my list. So we eventually find out that this girl that's living in the castle, that's not a castle, but whatever it is.
The little
like,
temple grounds.
The temple grounds.
Yeah.
I
The
guess it would be
moon.
temple. I know. I was like, it's described so beautifully. I feel like I can't do it justice of being like,
Do you picture things in your head?
yeah, I do.
Okay,
Do
yeah.
you?
I
Okay.
just picture like
It's magical.
whitish purple
Mhm.
almost.
That's what I pictured
like
too.
stones.
Mhm.
I don't think
That's
she ever
why-
says it's purplish, but my mind.
I think, well, it's very purple here.
that's true.
So
that's
that's
a great
possibly
point.
But anyways, her name is Shinyin, I think. Shinyin?
I haven't listened to the audiobook.
I think it's Shinyin. And
I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
well, let's listen.
Let's
We're
pull
not
up the source
sponsored.
material.
I'm going to just like put a beep over this really quick. Wait.
I always said Jingyan.
I think it's
1. There are many legends about my mother. Some say part 1.
we'll just like cut this. We're back.
We're so back.
We're so sorry. Let's do a disclaimer though. We're gonna say these names wrong. Like
Probably.
we're trying our best because I did listen to the audiobook and I thought I had it down, and now I'm second guessing myself, and therefore I'm saying it wrong. So we apologize, but
I had a customer who was like from China, and I was telling her about the book I was reading, and she was like, "Oh, are you Chinese?" And I was like, "No, I'm Korean." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And so I was trying to say Changga's name, and
was
it's
wrong.
not how she pronounced it. She was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And she was like,
Aw.
"It's okay." And I was
Aw.
like, "Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
It was so embarrassing.
See, that's the thing. Like, I say words wrong. Like, I'm just that person.
Recently found out Melee was pronounced Melee. I say melee.
Oh.
I
That's-
just
you
said
know
it
what,
how I
though?
read it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you read
Yeah.
something and then that's how you, like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I get that. That's what they say. Like, never laugh at a person that says a word wrong because they learned it from reading.
Yeah.
And are you reading? No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so with that being said, we're gonna do our absolute greatest
Yes.
and best. So yeah, that's the start of it. And
Yeah.
then she like sees these sparkles or something and she reaches for it, which I can like picture. I don't know, like almost like a dark room with like a reflection and then lights, and then she like reaches for it. Anyhow, doesn't matter. Visually, that's what I picture in my head. And then this crazy thing happens where these people show up and they're like, "You're breaking rules, mama.
Yeah.
Mama goddess.
Yeah.
You're breaking rules." And she has to run the girl.
To be fair, I feel like they weren't like, "You're breaking rules." It's more like, "What's
Are
going
you
on
breaking
here?"
rules?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like what's
yeah.
happening?
That's
We
true.
sense something, and she's like, "I have no idea."
What do you sense? That's crazy. That's wild. But anyways, and then at the very end, we leave off on 20 when she's protecting the young prince from
Yeah.
yes, and I can't remember what
I think
is it the sea, one of the seas,
it's
right?
like the Southern Sea.
Is it the Southern Sea?
or the
Okay.
East.
I don't know. There's a lot of seas.
There's 4.
There are. So, I hate myself. So, anyways, and she like is dying essentially.
Yeah, okay.
So that's
Okay.
where we leave off.
Okay, I'm with it. It's
Okay.
before she passes out.
Absolutely,
Okay.
literally. That's
Okay, lovely.
We end at her passing out.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
I'm present. I'm locked in.
So my first note is I freaking love her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, her audacity of just being like, it's like when you apply for a job you know you don't qualify for.
I love the beginning of this.
And she's just like, I mean, yeah, sign me up for this competition. What do you mean? Of course
Yeah.
Of course I qualify. She kind of does. Like, secretly she does qualify because she's a daughter of a goddess.
Yeah. I feel like the job is essentially I guess it's not be a servant. I guess that was more so because his mom was like, "You didn't deserve to win this, so you're gonna serve my son." And she was
Mhm.
like, "Okay, that's cool by me."
And I love how he was like, Absolutely.
I
not.
love how he rigged it for her.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
when they
the
meet. Oh, it's so good.
I love that part, especially when
so
she's
good.
like, "Let me taste it.
Yeah.
That looks wrong." And
drops
oops, my
He's
bad.
so real.
You know what that reminds me of? Did you read the second series of Percy Jackson?
Yeah. Oh no. I got to
Oh.
Son of Neptune.
Okay, I couldn't.
That's actually my
I don't
reread plan for the
remember.
year.
I don't remember what this one
Okay,
is.
that's
Do you
fair.
care
No,
if I spoil
no,
something?
no. I know so much.
So there's a part where Annabeth is like trapped, and so she throws her dagger into the ocean, and she goes, "Oops." No. And she just throws it, "Oops." And then of course Percy's in the ocean, so he senses it and comes out. But that's how exactly like him dropping the tea. Whoops, my bad.
Yeah, I love that.
That's how I pictured it. But
I loved when they met. I know we're backtracking
Yes.
a little bit,
No,
but
you're okay. We
that
don't have to go in
those
order.
scenes, I read this originally for book club,
mhm.
and I read it in like 5 days. So I was speeding.
Yeah.
But
I think I read this in 2.
It was
I
just
listened
so
to it.
good.
I listened to it.
It was so good, and that was my favorite part. And the fact, I think it's around like page 70, and the fact that I know that is insane.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's ridiculous. But it was so sweet,
It
and
was.
just I ate it up.
He is a prince, right?
Yes.
That's what I wrote.
Yeah,
I was,
yeah.
No, it was like as in that moment when we don't know
Oh,
yet.
yes,
I
yes,
was like,
yes.
he's a prince, right? And then knew it.
It was so good. It was
I
so
love
good.
that. Especially because those freaking bitches in that other place she was living in, like, they're so mean. They were so freaking
Yeah.
mean.
I was so glad when she won, and she was like, "Yeah, I won.
Excuse me.
I got the spot."
That's right. Me, little attendant. I would. But you know what? That just shows you. Go apply for the jobs you're not qualified for.
You might have a guy that likes you there,
There you go. You never know.
and he'll lie about the tea being great.
That's right. Love it. Okay. So, this doesn't make sense. She kind of is though. Oh. Never mind. That was on one note.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, I just love that whole scene of them meeting and then all of their, like, her writing. She, like, fails every single one.
Oh yeah. I love that for her.
And-
She's astronomically real.
Absolutely in every way. I mean, maybe that's why she is my favorite character. So she's my
Really?
favorite character as of
Interesting.
now. And yeah, I just love her audacity throughout the entire chapters 1 through 20.
Very nice.
But so a little disclaimer for Sage here. She's read this book already, but then has also read half of the next one. So I may say things and she may just be totally quiet because she won't give me any type of, like, I don't want any type of
Yeah.
spoilers.
Yeah.
But I do have a note here that says they fall in love, don't they? And that whole, like, beginning chapters
It
of
was
their, like,
so beautiful.
best friendship that turned into just, like, oh, the most sweetest little love, and then freaking communication. If he just
I didn't know this was a love triangle when I first picked this book.
me
when
either.
I first
I
read
had
it.
no idea.
Really?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, I thought I told you.
They might have it. I forgot. That could be totally the truth.
Because if anyone's read the back or hasn't read it yet and has read the back, it just says like love. And so she meets him, you know, around page 40, 30, what have you. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good. And then we get to his birthday, and I was like, oh, I sense something amiss. And then when she meets, I'm going to say his name wrong. I've been saying it wrong for a year and a half.
What did we just say it was?
I think we said it's Wenji.
Yes. When
I used to say
Je.
Wenji. So if I do say Wenji,
it's okay.
my bad.
They'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, they'll know who we're talking about. Well, when she meets Wenji, I was like, oh shit, this is a second love interest, because you can just tell, you just get the vibes.
mean-
and I was so like, oh shit. And then the whole proposal got announced, and I was like, oh no.
That made me so mad. I almost threw my phone. But then I knew from the moment that Winja, like, literally reached over and grabbed her hand
Yeah.
because he knew what was happening.
Yeah.
Like, he sensed what was happening immediately. And I was like, oh, Wait, that's cute.
Oh.
Wait, that's adorable.
But
But
remember when I
also,
first was like, oh,
mother-
I love him.
Yeah, that was probably mine.
Immediately.
From the beginning.
Almost immediately.
I have my red flag somewhere around here. There's a few of them around. But anyways, I love a red flag. Okay.
That's fair.
But to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
I loved their schooling, like everything that
Yeah.
happens where she's like, I don't know what this is. And he just is like acting like he's asleep. And she's like,
I love
oh,
him.
that thing makes you sleep. Like, and then they're just, I don't know. I enjoyed that so much.
Yeah.
I loved the pacing in this book too.
Yeah.
Like,
it was so good.
it was. And
Until
it
it
has,
wasn't.
it,
I mean, good writing.
Right.
Just happiness wise, just
Yes.
in the toilet.
Yeah. But I do love a book that's like fast paced, and I
Yeah.
feel like this is fast paced without
Yeah.
losing any like important information.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's well done there. And I love our little Katniss Everdeen. Knew from the beginning that she was gonna get into archery because of her dad.
Yeah.
I could have sworn by chapter 20 the dad was gonna show up.
Yeah.
I thought for sure by
Yeah.
chapter 20 we
Ugh.
would hear something.
I have something, but I think it happens later, so
We'll talk
I'll
about it
save my
next.
little anecdote
Yeah.
for next time.
That's fair. But I was like, who is he? Who, like, because she doesn't know what he looks like.
Right.
It could be anyone.
Yeah.
But oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so she's really great at archery, and like
Right.
everyone is in awe of her. Even a random person is clapping.
It was Wenja.
It was.
Yeah. I think that's when I like softened to him. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, he clapped.
clapped.
And
He's the
she looks
first
up
one.
to him because what was it? It was like he was like the youngest in command person. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a big deal.
Yeah.
And he's young, and I love her. She's so real when she's like, oh, I realized he's attractive. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I realized like the cut of his jaw is like sharp. Wow. Wow, wait a minute. That dark green robe he's got on, sign me up. Like,
They were so good.
I love that. I feel like I see that's me when I'm like, oh, he is attractive.
Yeah.
Relatable. Love that. But anyways, I also loved, I'm talking so much, so like
No, that's
interrupt
okay.
me
That's
when
okay.
I do.
I'm remembering as you speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
I loved though that she was so into like learning to protect herself
Mm-hmm.
and literally didn't for one moment let like, oh, I'm like a girl, like
Yeah.
I'm just a girl, like get in the way. She's just like,
just a
I'm just a girl. But
She was on a mission.
she's on a mission. There was not
Never forgot that mission.
There was not one moment except for when Li Wei joked about, oh, don't you want to be a mother? And she was
Yeah.
like, that's the only time it was ever mentioned that she like possibly could do something else.
Yeah.
But every other time they're like, oh yeah, what position in the army do you want?
Yeah. Oh, I loved when she's talking to General Jian Yun,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's how it was pronounced in there.
Okay,
I think
beautiful.
so, yeah.
I got something right.
I think so.
guys.
That sounded right.
I hope so.
Yeah, it did.
When she's talking to him and he's like, okay, where do you want to go? And she's like, I want to do this. And he's like, and she's like, I want to do this. And
Yeah.
I was like, exactly.
Yeah. That's how she's gotten so far, is just being like, no, I want this.
Yeah.
This is what I'm getting. What do you mean?
She's so talented.
I love it. I wish I had that confidence.
She's so determined, and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I said that twice, but okay. So the whole time this is happening, I'm like, it's gonna come out. She's the daughter of the goddess.
Oh yeah, the fear was
She's-
real.
The whole freaking time. Every time she's like, yeah, my parents are gone.
Isn't she like a horrible liar too?
She's so.
or I guess
bad.
she was
I
at the
don't know.
beginning, but
That's the only time she's claimed to have lied.
yeah,
Is that because
Yeah.
even when he asks about other things, she's like, I've lied already. I can't lie more than once.
yeah. And she talked to like 2 people her whole life. Who's she gonna lie to?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That also burned on the way down. I promise I'm not trying to kill you. I really did just throw things in the mixer and said, yep.
It tastes good, and that's all that matters at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
It actually is very good. That's what's kind of dangerous about it. Okay, so for sure, the whole time biting my nails, stressed out because I'm not a liar. And so I would have folded immediately. I would have been like, the minute he was like, what about your
Yeah.
parents? I'd have been like, she's a goddess. Like, actually, she's a goddess.
Actually, your parents enslaved her on
Yeah.
the moon. Sorry to let you know.
She's stuck there.
She cannot leave.
So I'm gonna need your help.
I can't remember. I feel like there were probably so many times where she just like stood up for herself in front of him, and I was like, oh, I would have folded
Yeah,
immediately. Immediately. Like, hot man who loves me saying whatever he go ahead, handsome.
Yep.
Say whatever you want.
100%. And she just gives it back to him. I'm like, how are you that quick-witted?
Oh, her and Winja, their banter.
Oh,
it's so
yes.
good.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good.
There's so many good parts to both guys.
Oh,
That's all I'll say.
there are. And I'll tell you what my thoughts are
Yeah.
at the end.
Okay.
But then you can just like, if you are the type of person like me that will show everything on the face, you can even look over there and like I will ignore it.
yeah.
But that's a good place to take a break.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back. Yeah. We're back. And better than ever. Okay. So we have a lot to talk about still.
Yeah.
When I ended this, like to start part 2, I was like, oh, we're almost done. I was like, we're good. We're making such good time. And then we talked about what we have
There's
left.
so much more.
We have so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, where should we start? Her little side quest?
I think we're gonna talk about the flute, the
Oh,
banquet,
you're so right. Okay.
when she played the flute for.
And the hairpin.
good. Yes.
And her comment of saying like, this is usually a gift of love, but
Yeah.
like,
And they had their little
Yeah.
scene with the blossoms falling around them.
yes.
and
Oh
the
my gosh,
forest.
that was so beautifully done.
I don't know how censored this show gets.
Oh my
but
gosh,
do you,
we're good.
okay, beautiful. Do you think they fucked?
Oh, 100%. No,
Because it was just like a fade to black, and I was like, "This is an adult book. You can tell me if it happened or like I don't
Yeah,
need details.
you
I
don't
would
need
just
to
like
just-
clarification."
I mean, or give me details. Like either way, but I
Either
think so
way.
because I was listening to that part again like on the way over here
Yeah.
and I was like, wait, I thought for sure
It definitely felt like a cut to black, like they're
Mhm.
laying down and things are coming off, and
which
then
is in like outside in the
yeah.
flowers.
Was it on the? Was it in the mortal realm? No, right? Because if it was in the mortal realm, then I'm like, ew, bugs. But if it was in like the
I think
immortal
it was in the
realm-
mortal realm. I think it was because she's like, "Where are we?" And he's like, "Mortal."
Mordor.
Yeah, we're in Lord of the Rings now. But anyways, that I think that they are. Which oh
That's
my
kinda
gosh,
beautiful in its own way, you
Yeah.
know.
it's a choice.
Not that he knows, but like her
It's so
parentage, you
true.
know,
So
her,
true.
her true
Oh,
home.
that's cute. But yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
That's such a sweet scene though. I love that.
it went to shit immediately after
Oh
that.
my
Immediately after
gosh.
the banquet, she meets Wenja, and then finds out that he's engaged to Princess
Fome.
Fome. So, just a lot going on in like
Yes,
30
Fome.
pages.
Yeah, which I was so freaking pissed about. I was like, you
Yeah.
couldn't have given her a heads up.
Not a single heads up. Fucked her
Yeah.
in the woods.
Yes.
And then went to his silly little birthday party. Was like, "Hey, you're coming, right?"
hey, Skip like sees her like, hey,
not,
girly
not
girl.
that he knew it was getting announced there, but like, brother, what did you think was
I think
going
he
to
did
happen?
though, because
Did he?
I think he did
Because he like begged her to come.
yeah.
So
but
that would have been really sick.
did he beg her to come before he found out? Because I think
okay, yeah.
because I think that
Yeah,
they
that's
had their
fair.
moment in the little flowers,
yeah.
And then he went back to go tell them that he was going to marry her.
Right.
And then they were like, oh, funny you have said that. Few hours later, we already sealed the deal.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah,
Tragic.
because also, do you think him staring at her that whole time was because she was next?
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
do you think it's because he was realizing like what was to come and was trying to get her to like?
No, I think he was jealous.
Okay,
I think
I couldn't figure it
he
out.
knew everything was happening. Oh, that's a good point though.
Because the first time I thought he was jealous, the second time I listened to it, I was like,
Yeah.
no, maybe he's trying to convey her to her.
You know what? I think it's kind of a mixture. Actually, no, I don't think it's a mixture, but I'm sorry.
Do you think it's jealousy?
I think it was 100% jealousy.
Okay.
I think especially because he knows in like 20 minutes they're going to be like, hey, he's getting married. And then he's going to be like, well, fuck, she can go do whatever she wants because she's not going to be my mistress. You know, she's a bad bitch. She's not going to do that.
Yeah. Although
So.
he was like, there was definitely a moment that I was like, buddy, because he was like, you can
Yeah.
do whatever you want. You can stay here. And then she was like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to do? Raise your children?
Yeah. Oh, that was so bad. That hurt so bad.
Oh, I'm so sad.
See, I don't know if I would have stood up for myself in that moment.
What would you have done?
I have no idea.
I would have been like, I would have cried immediately
Exactly.
I would've been sitting
would
there.
have sobbed.
in tears and been like, fuck you.
Yeah, would have sat there and went, fuck my drag, I guess.
yeah,
and then
like,
just
okay,
left.
yeah, literally. I don't know.
I definitely would have cried. Yeah, she's stronger than me.
I
I
would've
would have cried
cried.
my eyes out.
But I think I would have been like, well, you know what? I'll show you.
That's fair.
And I would have done something. I wouldn't have
But they
still
had
been
so-
friends.
They had so many years of friendship. And he
know.
was her first friend.
You're right.
Oh.
There's so
And
many
he
firsts
did
for
so
her
much
there.
for her. Oh,
Oh.
I can't. I can't.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the worst part, oh my God. This fucking empress. Okay. I want her
Oh,
to be,
she's sick.
I'm gonna say something horrible. I want her murdered. Like, she's the worst.
Whatever happened to assassination?
Where's that? She's an archer. Girl can pull it. Like, so, oh my gosh. No, the freaking empress sees her beautiful little comb, her
Yeah.
gift of love,
Yeah.
calls her up and is like, "Oh, what a gorgeous little hairpin you have there."
Yep.
And she's like, "Thank you." And then messes with her and to the point where she's like, "Well, what did you give him leeway in return
Yep.
for your hairpin?" And she just like, I would have froze. I would have been like,
She already had the song prepared though, right? She was just gonna do it privately or something.
so she gave him already
The shell, yeah.
the shell with the song in it.
Yeah.
So then she was forced to play it.
Right. When it was just for them.
It's so sad. But I think what's even worse is that it's dead quiet.
Okay,
after
but
she
everyone
plays.
liked it, right?
No, okay, so it's described as like a few people clap and then it's just
Oh.
quiet that she walks back and that's when the empress looks at the emperor and like does a little elbow
Yeah.
and whispers in his ear and then that's when they make the announcement. That's how bad it is. She plays her song of love, and
you know,
is-
everyone listening there was like, "Oh, that's intimate."
Oh, that's why I was so silent. She even describes like afterwards. She thinks like, "Oh, there's yearning in this song." And
They
I didn't know.
listened to that. They looked at each other. They were like, "Oh, they fucked."
In front of everyone. They listen in front of everyone. They listen to that.
Oh.
Ah! Yeah.
Oh.
That's rough.
They're so sad.
Yeah.
But then she goes into the army.
she goes into the army. She is a killer.
Yeah. Literally.
A killer. A murderer? Okay, I am speaking like brain rot now with from TikTok. It's not
No,
good.
that's real.
It's not good. Anyways. Okay, so she has like a lot of side quests.
Yeah.
Which I love that here because sometimes in a book I'm like, okay, this is a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's like a main storyline and then there's all these little things and you're like, what is happening? No, it's well done here.
You know, this was her debut book.
Shut up.
This was her first book.
I hate
Yeah.
that.
I just
I don't hate that.
am
I
in
just
constant astonishment every time.
That's incredible.
It's like how Poppy was R.F. Kuang's first book. I'm just like, how do y'all do this?
I just think that I'm so untalented, and I'm the type of person that I like will give a 5-star because you wrote a book, like. But then I'll give my real opinion.
I work
on
at a
it.
bookstore, so I won't say anything.
But like that's so fair. But then I'll give my real opinion of it.
Yeah.
But I'm so blown away by people who write books.
yeah.
You're joking. This is your
Yeah.
first go at it.
It was so. I think she liked my my comment one time, and I was like, oh my god,
Queen.
she saw me. I was trying to like balance out the time difference because she lives in Hong Kong. I'm pretty sure. So I was trying to be like, all right, I'm on her radar.
here.
I'm
Look
in her
at you.
notification.
You know what? I love that.
But yeah, first book. I'm pretty lenient with my 5 stars. Like if I cried during a book, immediately 5 stars.
I love giving 5 stars
Because
I
I'm
feel
like,
so
I enjoyed
powerful.
it. I liked it.
Mhm.
It was there, and I read it, and it was great.
You wrote a freaking book.
Yeah.
You put words to a paper and
Yeah.
made a book amazing.
Yeah.
Now there are a few books
just
that
so good.
I absolutely hate that I've already mentioned on the podcast, and I've been banned from talking about it anymore. You know what it is, though. The time traveler.
Right.
I love that. Like that's gonna work. But anyways, I'm the same way though. I just that's incredible.
I love
that's
so
amazing.
easily. You
Me
know.
too. I think
It's
that's my
just-
issue.
It's good. And you know what? Every single person I've recommended this book to, 5 stars.
Yeah,
Even the picky ones,
yeah,
5 stars. So I stand by that.
that's amazing. I forgot to set a freaking timer.
Oh, that's okay. We'll get through it.
We'll
I have
we'll
faith in us.
understand.
We're almost
That was
at
only
the
like
at the
4 minutes,
chapter
right?
20. Yeah.
Okay, we'll just
Okay, we'll just move it along.
We'll guess with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So big old giant monster that no one can kill,
Yeah.
but guess who
It
can?
was like the Hydra-ish thing, right?
That's how
With the
I
multiple
pictured it.
heads. Yes.
because you can only kill one
the
head.
one head. Yeah.
Which is a little different than Hydra because it doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
which head you hit. It'll just keep.
Yeah.
But that's what I understand. Gruesome.
yeah, a little bit.
That was a little bit of a
Little bit.
gruesome scene, but it was great. I've read worse.
I've read Poppy War.
So it was fine. But yeah, she killed it
Yeah.
literally and
Baddie.
figuratively.
That's when she got her bow, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there was all the treasure
Yeah.
in that room, and she found the bow, and that's when
it spoke to her.
I already
She
forgot his
spoke to it.
name.
Wenji.
Wenja.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, where is it in my list? When he was like, don't tell anyone
Yeah.
that you have this bow and arrow because it will be taken away from you. Like,
yeah.
careful. So that happened. And then she's just such a beautiful little person
Yeah.
because she gives all the treasure back to the mortals.
Yeah. She's a good woman.
She is. I mean, it's so like the bar is down here, but
The bar is in literal hell.
yeah, 100%. So, but still, like, I think that's one of the moments that Winjit like fell in love with her
Yeah.
too.
I think
Like,
especially being immortal, it's like you don't need to do all that. You don't need to do anything.
you don't need. Yeah, you're immortal.
Yeah.
Like,
y'all didn't even need to kill the thing really, but
yeah,
you did,
that's true.
you know.
That's
so-
true. So anyways, that scene was great. She almost
Yeah.
dies though. So
Yeah.
she's like, she's
Well, you know, we
sleeping.
need to know she's not, you know, flawless.
Immortal? No,
like,
she-
imperfect.
Yeah, and so her little I was gonna say good luck charm.
I thought you were gonna say Glock.
That was two different sides of the spectrum.
Her little tassel. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I
Tassel.
just hit my earring and I just realized they're moons.
Oh,
If y'all can see
cute,
it.
yes.
The crescents, but
Still,
not on purpose.
Love it.
Just match the
It just
blue.
happened.
Yeah,
I love that.
did. Anyway.
Love that. So her little tassel goes off, and Arlie Way comes running.
Runs up, yeah.
Running.
Oh, he's so good.
And so then we get a scene between him
It was
and
so
Winjit.
good.
Oh my gosh. Like
The tension is just so good.
immediately.
So good.
There's no
Like the girls were fighting.
they were.
They were fighting.
They were. I loved it. I
Then
loved
they're
every
so
minute.
passive aggressive because he's like, oh well, he's the captain, he's the prince. I can't say
Yeah, it's
anything.
like, Do you want to talk about any more of that part, or are you?
I'm gonna be so astronomically real. I say that a lot.
I love it though.
Thank you.
That's such a cute phrase. I love it.
I don't remember that much from it because there's just.
I just
more
remember they
interactions.
fought. And
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
If I was her, again,
I was
she's
her, I'd be
better
like-
than me. Because she's like, no, stop, don't fight. This is petty.
I'd be like,
I'd be
popcorn?
sitting there exactly,
Where you at?
Exactly.
Like,
smiling, giggling, kicking my
kicking
feet
my
a little
feet.
bit. Yeah.
I was reading it and I was kicking
Oh,
my
yeah.
feet. I was like,
It's just so ridiculous. Like
It is.
grown ass men fighting over me. Okay,
wow,
go ahead.
that's adorable. so
And then
funny.
they go to the Southern Sea, right?
They do. No, they go to the Eastern Sea.
The Eastern Sea, right?
One of them.
We've
one
had
of the
this
four.
discussion so many times.
They go to the Eastern Sea, and
Yeah.
I actually really love the people that are in the Eastern Sea that we're introduced to, like the princes.
Yes,
So,
yes, 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 yes,
two
yes.
princes,
The older
the
prince and
older
the younger one. I thought there was gonna be like a
Mm.
little love like square when he was
square?
introduced because I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
He's cute.
he's cute. He's a prince. He's a little flirty.
He is flirty, and you know what I do love? There was a moment between them when he was speaking to her at their little welcome ball thing.
Yeah, their little banquet.
Banquet.
Yeah.
And she was like noticing everyone looking at them, and she's like, "Well, maybe you should not be speaking to me." Like dismisses a prince.
No
Only
manners
she could do.
at all. I love that for her.
Me too. And he's like, "Well, I just love talking to people. Like people love reading, and I love learning about people, and that's
Yeah.
why I'm sitting here talking to you, and they're used to it.
Yeah,
So do you want to keep talking?"
he was just so good.
I'd be like, "Yeah."
if the other two weren't in the picture,
adorable. And
I would have rooted for it.
Me too.
I would have seen it.
and
I saw a vision.
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw it.
And the little brother too.
Oh, he was so cute, when she
cute.
finally got him to
the
like.
stories and the
Mhm.
dragon
Mhm.
story.
Ugh,
That seems like that's important. I
It was
don't
so
know.
good.
That's crazy.
maybe we'll see. We'll find out.
We'll find out next episode.
See.
See. Yeah. Oh. Eastern or Southern?
Oh, so bad.
Or Northern?
or Western. Who knows?
So we did figure out though. She says she's from the Southern Sea.
Yeah.
And I love that moment where she's like, "Yeah, I'm from the Southern Sea," and he's like, "But you've never seen the sea before." Catching her in her lies. But
she's not a good liar.
She's not.
God bless her.
It's bad. It's really, really bad. So they're setting up this whole scheme
yeah.
to basically catch these people that are the mer people.
Yeah, the ones that live under the waters,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
that are fighting against a celestial kingdom,
Yeah.
basically. And so they set up this scheme to use the little boy.
Right. And she's with him.
Yes, and I
yeah.
love that whole scene, all that. So obviously it gets to the point where they make their move, and this giant octopus comes out of the freaking
Yep.
ocean and is like, "Oh shit!" Like, it's hitting the fan. Like,
yeah.
this is not great. She sends him away with the guard. And
The one thing that I couldn't stand was that she had like no armor on. I was like, I understand. We're doing a
they
silly
don't have
little
like a body armor.
Yeah, I'm like, we're doing a little plot, a little ploy, if you will.
Y'all are
but-
immortal. How do you not have like
Yeah. The
tight-
only
like-
way you can die is if you are killed. And you're gonna go up here into like a potential like little bandit
Yeah.
situation and just,
She has a dagger.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I'm right there with you. I was like, "You're joking." So she gets trapped by General
I don't know his
Renu.
name.
Anyways,
Sure.
he thinks that she's the governess that she was acting,
Right, yeah.
and he has his little mind tricks.
Right! Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
It took me so long to figure out what was going on. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
it was so good.
And she like blocked her ears so that she couldn't hear. It was like a whole thing.
Right.
And she almost dies. Like he is killing her.
Yep.
And then Winja
Yup.
comes in and saves the
Yup.
day. But that's where we like leave off is
Yeah.
her like fading to black, like
yeah.
passing out. But that whole scene is wild. So she's like, "You're using the dark arts, like
Yeah.
the dark magic or whatever they want to call it."
I'm like scared the microphone's gonna pick up on me burping.
Oh, I literally went like this. You're good. It won't. And if it is, I'll just take out this little.
You guys can ignore that I said that. Thank
it's
you.
okay. That's what when you drink alcohol, it makes you burp. So
We're humans, you know.
Mhm.
It happens.
We're just relatable. Okay.
Well, we finally got there.
Yeah, we did it.
Quick sidebar before we cut for the week.
Yeah.
What did you think of her friend whose name I can't remember?
Oh, her bestie?
Yeah, her bestie.
Love.
Love her.
I'm not gonna lie. When she was introduced, I was like, "Is she the other like love interest?" I did for a hot second because
You said gay?
yeah, literally, that's what I
Perfect.
thought. Like,
I know.
So because she like is
She
watch-
could be gay.
It's the way it's described. I was like, "Oh wait, she's kind of flirty
Yeah.
with her."
Yeah.
But then they were just best friends, and that's
Yeah.
okay. But I was like, I really
That's
did.
okay, but I wanted more.
I was just like, oh,
yeah.
oh.
I do. I'm a sucker for the whole, oh, this person's kind of mean to me, but oh wait, no, they're not. They're on my side. They
Yeah.
like me. We're friends.
Yeah,
I
and
love
she
that.
will. She's a ride or die.
She is.
Love her.
Love her.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so my favorite character is. Now I'm scared to say her name. Hold on, it's on this one.
I'm
Shinyan.
so sorry, Sulin Tan. I'm
I'm
so
so
sorry.
I'm so sorry, Shinyan. She's my favorite main
Yeah.
character. Love
It's-
her.
I don't know if you have this syndrome where when you read a book, I recently found out one of my coworkers also does this, and I felt very very validated. I also saw a TikTok on it, and I was like, perfect, I do that too. Where it doesn't matter what book you're reading, if it's like a female MC, you're just like, oh, that's me. I don't care
Maybe.
what personality traits you
Maybe.
have, that's me.
I am not confident. I can do. I used to be an archer.
yeah, really?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, that's
I
so
used to
interesting.
do archery.
I couldn't even
I
pull the
don't
bow
have-
back.
I don't have the muscles anymore.
That's so real.
so I wouldn't be able to do it
That's
anymore.
so real.
But yeah, that was a that's
Wow.
growing pains.
You
right
were
there.
Katniss Everdeen for real.
I was before I knew about Katniss Everdeen. I was Katniss Everdeen.
I love
Other than that, I am not. I don't have any powers.
Yeah, real.
I am not quick-witted. I am in my moments, but
Yeah.
it's like more like quick-witted 10 hours later.
Yeah.
Or I think about the conversation
I'm
later.
the exact same. Like I just can't.
I'm like, dang it, that would have been so funny.
the thing is, I don't have like the confidence to take the risks.
oh,
You know, like
that's
I don't
so
have
it.
the confidence. Like I'll think of something and I'm like, oh, that could be funny.
That is funny, right?
But will it?
Will it come across as funny?
Exactly.
Also, I have very niche things that I'm into.
No, that's
And
so
so
real.
my humor, like I say things and everyone's just quiet. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yep,
It's like,
okay.
oh, you don't know what that's
sorry,
from. But that's all right.
You're not on that side of TikTok. That's right.
I'm sorry, this is so off topic. Have you seen the TikTok sound? And it's from an anime, and they go, America, yeah.
Yes.
There was like a week, and if my coworkers listen to this, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." There's a good week where all I
That's what you
could
did?
say was "America, yeah,"
I love that.
and then from across the store, I'd hear "Hello."
Yeah, I love that.
That's
Yeah, not me
so good.
looking. Someone's over there. Mine right now is, oh, fancy pants,
don't
Nikki
think I
over
heard that
there.
one.
Fuck you. Fuck you. It's this AI song. It's so funny. It's so funny. I'll send it to you.
Oh,
It's,
okay,
it
okay.
literally, that's what's playing in my head constantly right now.
That's
it's just,
so real.
fuck you. But who's your, so you don't want to talk about favorite character? That's okay. That's okay.
I will say my two favorite characters were the love interests
Okay.
because I love
fair.
them.
Also, I'm going to put it right now, right here, where we're ending. I am team Winjay
Interesting.
Right now.
Interesting.
at this moment. That might change next episode. So we'll find out. But I do have a note written down that that's
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So that's where I'm at. Trying to think. Predictions.
I feel so bad they know that I've already read it.
That's okay. And I don't know if I
I
wrote
can say what my predictions were
down.
at the time.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh.
So at
I
this
think
point,
I was just there for the ride, if I'm being honest. I don't think I
That's so
even
true.
thought. I was just like living it.
I just figured that Leeway was like like an interest just for that part of the book.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then that now like we were
Oh.
moving into something else.
Yeah.
Because at that point I was thinking he would put Honor before
Yeah.
her, and so that's kinda where
I
was at.
assumed he would keep coming back, especially since we got that little confrontation. They still have the tassels. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, they'll
That's true.
they'll be there. I did have predictions, but it's later on, so we'll talk about that
Okay,
next time.
that's fine.
Yeah.
And then Enneagrams. So
Right.
I think Shinyan is.
Oh, for like the characters.
Yeah.
Oh, I do not know any of
I
them
think
like
she's
that.
an 8. So okay, let's pull
I'm
it
a
up.
7.
Oh, cool. I'm a 2.
Nice.
I'm a
I don't
2.
know what
That means I'm the helper. I'm the
nice.
one that does everything, and then
I totally forgot what mine was.
Hold on, let's
I
see.
just remember there was like one sentence where it was like, you constantly chase excitement to
Oh.
ignore everything else, and
That's
like
so
flee.
fair.
You flee from boredom, and I was like,
Who, me?
Okay.
So the helper is helpers express care for that's type 2.
Yeah.
Type 2. Diabetes. Often overlooking their own needs to nurture around driven by desire for recognition. They pursue success and adaptability.
Yeah.
I'm a little too much into this drink to be able to pronouncing these fancy words.
For real. I'm
um,
feeling a little bit Mr.
yeah.
Krabs.
I love it though. It's the perfect. Anyways, so that's me, and then yours is 7.
Yeah.
Oh, the enthusiast
That's what it was.
confronts challenges head on. You know what? Maybe she's a 7.
Oh, okay.
She's a 7
See,
or
she
an
is
8.
me.
So 8.
It's me.
Seriously, 8 are challengers that assert themselves to
Oh, I
maintain
could see
strength and
that.
protection.
No, that's
valuing
totally her.
honesty and directness in interactions
That
while
is
seeking control.
Totally
That's her.
Yeah. She's not me.
I think that Li Wei is a 6, which is a loyalist.
Yes.
And so
yeah.
loyalists are spontaneous and curious, embracing
Yes.
variety and excitement while sometimes struggling with commitment and restlessness. They prioritize
totally see
maintaining harmony and unity, seeking inner peace to avoid conflict.
Yeah. Avoiding conflict?
You?
Leeway? No.
never. But that's all I have. I don't think I have anyone else. at
You
this
don't have
time.
one for one shoot?
No, not really, because we don't know. I know.
Okay.
I don't,
yeah,
I can't do it.
yeah. Okay,
I can't do
okay.
it. But what kept me home? What kept you up? I'll go first, I guess. But I didn't write anything down. What kept me up? Oh my God, what kept me up? What even happened this week? That's okay, you don't know. Oh, reading all these books, because I'm recording all of these episodes all in like literally a week.
Yeah.
And
That's so crazy.
I do read a lot of books all the time, but when you actually have to talk about
What's your
them,
goal for the year?
Do
you not set a goal?
I usually do. And
Okay.
this year I decided to not set a goal,
yeah.
but I technically did just so I could still
yeah.
like I did 50, but last year it was 85 and the year before that was
Did you
100.
read 85?
Yeah.
And 100?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm psycho.
I did 15 one year. I read 9. I didn't even get to 10. And then I did 15 again, and I read like 22. And I was like, holy shit. So
That's a
this year,
lot.
everyone was like, do 24. Like, 2 a
Yes.
month. And I was like, okay.
Mhm.
I've read 5 books this year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But you're also reading 9 right now.
Yeah,
think that's your
but
problem.
I've been reading them for like a long time. I'm
Yeah,
almost done
you
with
s-
all of them though.
you
The
say
second
that-
I get through them, ooh, it's over.
You said that, and then I was later on. I was like, "Oh, you know what? Me too. I'm also reading, like
Yeah.
3 other books that I forgot that I'm reading."
Yeah.
But
anyway, sorry. What's keeping you up is how many books you're reading.
yeah. So All the Light We Cannot See is also one. And
Okay.
I'm still reading
Oh,
About Lady Fortune.
Yeah.
Still reading Circe. So I'm reading a lot.
Yeah, that's real.
Okay. So that's what kept me
Up.
up.
Yeah.
What kept me home? You know what? We talked about this earlier. Just people's rudeness.
Yeah.
Or more like, I don't know if it's rudeness or just like they feel like
Lack
they
of common sense.
Yeah, where when you close at a specific time, like a store or a retail store or whatever, like we're closed. Don't be
Yeah.
coming in. But there's reasons. Like
Yeah.
for us, we shut down the credit card machine the next,
yeah,
transactions
yeah, you
are
can't do
tomorrow.
anything. Yeah.
and so or like I need to get somewhere.
I haven't closed in a while, so this is not about anyone
This is
specific.
me. This is me. This is my what kept me whatever home.
I relate to the struggle though.
so
Customer
I
service
really-
jobs, you know?
Yeah, so I really just like wanted to stay home because of that.
Yeah,
That's what the
that's
key
real.
was. But I think just in general, just people being let's just all be happy people. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Okay, are these both like what kept you up?
Yeah, it was the reading, and then what kept me home was technically rude people because I
Okay,
want
okay.
to like,
Okay.
even though it's supposed to be the opposite.
okay. I was like, I think I'm gonna take a different definition.
You're
on
good.
that.
Take it because I did it wrong, but I'm gonna stick by it.
It's your show. You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna stick by it. You go for it. What's yours?
What kept me up?
Okay. That's supposed to be the one that irks you.
The one that irks me.
So sorry.
Ooh, I don't know.
It's okay. You don't have to have one.
I feel like I didn't really have one this week.
That's good.
I think just general being in your mid 20s and being like, oh my god, I have to work for the next 40 years,
Oh my
and
God,
then
that's
I
so
retire, and then I
relatable.
die.
It's
That
so
was great.
relatable.
Yeah, so
I'm there with you.
we're thinking.
Mhm. That's so
I do
fair.
love my job. I will preface that. I do love my job.
No, but I think that's just like an overall
Yeah.
where we're all at. In our
yeah,
20s.
just living in capitalism.
Yeah.
And, you know,
like
what
you actually
have
you have to work to live. Like
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of sick. I'm like, can't I just get paid to like watch TV?
Live?
You know, watch TV,
Yeah.
hang out with my friends,
Why
have
not?
a silly little drink.
I love that.
Yeah.
No.
No, you can't actually.
Apparently not.
What kept me home? Technically, this kept me up, but it
Okay.
also kept me home.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying. Like you could just
No,
like,
I totally get it. Yeah. My friend, this is gonna be a little story.
Okay.
My friend sent me a TikTok, and it was of this K drama, and
Okay.
I
Which
haven't
one?
seen many. It's called Fall for You, but there's like another name I think
Okay.
for it.
Mhm.
But I haven't seen many K dramas.
Okay.
I've only seen like couple,
Same,
like
me
maybe
too, little
five.
bits.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and she was like, "Oh, I saw this TikTok," so she sent it to me, and it looks so good. It's like this girl is a K-pop idol, and she like has a little fall, and then wakes up in her favorite web novel universe.
I keep being told that I need to watch this.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. I couldn't find this shit on anything.
Yeah, where is it?
I was so pissed off, and this was like a month ago.
yeah.
And so every time I talk to her, I'm like, oh, what's it saying?
Liar. I still have 1 minute left.
Recording stop.
Where did we stop? That's okay. No worries.
I'll just continue. It's
Just
okay.
Keep going and we'll just clip it, like,
Just keep going.
just keep going.
Right, so it was like a month ago, and so I
Nothing happened.
every time I see her, I'm like, so where the fuck can I find this? Because she hasn't seen it either.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking to her last night. I'm like, all right, where is this? And she's like, I don't know. Let's try looking. And so we're looking together. We're on FaceTime. She lives in Jacksonville. So,
Okay.
this is over FaceTime.
Yeah.
She's looking for it. I'm looking for it. She's like, oh, I think I found it. It's not fucking subtitled. She is also Korean, but
Okay.
she's like from Korea. So she speaks
She's
Korean.
got it. Yeah.
And she's like, I still need them a little bit. And I'm like,
Ah.
I need them.
Wait, I'm not gonna be able to watch the show then.
Okay. I got you though.
They must.
I
have,
got you,
I
I
was
got
gonna
you.
say whoever like
No, I got
recommended
you.
it to me must have that.
So we're still searching, and she's like, "Oh my god, I found it subbed," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" So it is on an illegal website. That I will tell you later, so
Okay,
they don't
that's
get
fine.
shut down.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm only on episode 5.
Okay, yeah, don't say
So,
it. No.
Yeah,
We don't know what we're talking about.
We don't.
I love that for you.
It was really good though. It's really
Okay.
good so far.
Oh, I can't wait
Because
to
it's
watch
like
it.
entirely in the little fictional world
I
thus
think
far.
it sounds amazing.
I will warn you the subtitles because I don't think they're officially translated.
Oh, that's
They're a
fair.
little
They're off.
but
They're
like
wanky.
you know what they're saying.
That's
you know?
okay. I've
Yeah.
been watching the German TV show that everyone's been talking about on TikTok, and it's like Maxwell or Max.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
something.
I've heard of that.
Okay,
Interesting.
that's actually what kept me home.
I just started Bridgerton for the first time.
We'll have to talk about that
Yeah,
after this too.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We'll get there.
So there's one like freak. I don't want to like give it away. I can see why Book Talk loves it.
What is it on?
Prime, Amazon.
Okay.
I can see why TikTok loves it. I love
Yeah.
it for those reasons. There is a side plot that I hate.
Interesting.
Hate it. I don't know why they would put that in.
I've heard of it. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know what it's about.
It's about. See, I just saw clips and I was like, everyone's saying I'm such a
See, that was me
follower.
with the K drama.
Yeah, I'm such a follower. So I put it on. It's basically about these enemies to lovers.
Okay.
But they're in high school, and I don't do high school things
Okay.
very
I will say the
well.
K drama is high school.
But you know what? I kind of liked it this time around. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's also just something that I like, hate like in it. But I don't want to.
That's fair. That's fair.
But fair. Look at us.
I do like books and movies and TV shows and things where like the main character gets transported to like their favorite little.
I think that's so cute.
That's why I'm excited for Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston.
Oh,
I'm very
exciting.
interested in it.
Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okie dokie. Well, this was fun. We're reading chapters 21 through the end next week, and we have a cute little drink planned. And thanks for listening. Bye. Oh.